Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. And I got ahead of myself. I guess I'm excited today. We'll wait just one more minute and I'll do that again. Yeah, apparently I am excited for today, and the crazy thing is I really don't know what I'm going to tell you. I do know the verses I'm going to look at. Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is May 23rd, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs 23. Proverbs 23, verses 12 through 14. Apply yourself to discipline. Listen to the words of knowledge. Don't withhold discipline from a youth. If you beat him with a rod, he will not die. Strike him with a rod, and you will rescue his life from Sheol, or from the grave. Apply yourself to discipline. Guys, let's first understand that to apply myself to discipline means that I have received that discipline from someone else. And I am learning from it. Now, I don't know about you, but for me growing up, discipline looked like a lot of different things, depending on where the world was at listening to Dr. Spock about how horrible it was to spank a child. And yet, my parents knew that spanking was beneficial to me because a physical pain would get my attention in my younger years. I became calloused to it, and even provoked it because it didn't have the impact anymore. Well, quite honestly, because I didn't apply myself to that discipline, did I? I didn't listen to the words of knowledge saying, if you keep doing that, you're going to have this or that outcome. Because, well, let's be honest, we as parents, and my parents, and the parents before them, we didn't like to discipline our children because we loved them. We didn't want to punish them because we wanted the best for them. And so we would say, if you do that again, I am going to paddle your ass. Yes, pastor can talk that way. It's not wrong. It's in context, right? If you do that again, I'm going to paddle your ass. And then the child did it again, and the parent was in the middle of something and couldn't paddle them, or didn't want to do it in front of their friends, or just felt bad in the moment, or whatever. And so, well, they don't really mean it. And that's where verse 13 and 14 come in. Don't withhold the discipline from your youth. If you beat him with a rod, he will not die. The reality is discipline is good, and even a good hard spanking that doesn't leave bruises, guys, a good hard spanking that doesn't leave bruises is good for teaching when it's done as a consequence that was predetermined. If you just get angry and wail a child, and they have no idea it's coming, that's probably not good. No, not probably. That is not good. You know, years ago, when my daughter was very small, we were having issues and ended up with the police at our house because of something she did. And the officer looked me square in the eyes and said, you know you can spank her, right? I said, well, the way she's acting right now and the fact that you're here, I was worried that she would say I spanked her and you'd arrest me for child abuse. He said, I'll tell you what, put her over your knee. Spank her right now. I'll be your witness. I was gentler than I might have been, but I wouldn't have been harsh in that case anyway. Even today, just yesterday, I was talking to my son-in-law, and he was telling me about a situation at school, and the school told him that because he had threatened his son that if he kept it up, he was going to get a swat in the butt. And the school told him he couldn't do that. I'm thankful for my son-in-law because he said, yes, actually I can. And he knows I can. And CPS has told him before that it's perfectly okay. Now, again, let me make this abundantly clear. It's not a reaction to anger. It's a consequence that's predetermined and followed through on. Apply yourself to discipline. Listen to the words of knowledge. Don't withhold discipline from the youth. If you beat him with a rod, he will not die. I'm not saying beat him like bloody. It means follow through with the consequence. And it doesn't mean go get a stick and just pound them. No, it means spank them. If you do that, you will rescue them from Sheol. Now, I know many of you, this doesn't apply to you at all. But, doesn't it? See, the consequences are predetermined. And when they happen to us, we should learn from them, not be angry that the consequences were followed through. This happens at our jobs. We don't get a physical spanking, but an emotional one once in a while, a verbal one a lot. And sometimes even the big stick has to come down when we really are out of bounds. In our marriage relationships, maybe you're a guy that's married to a woman, but you're spending an awful lot of time with another woman that's not your wife. Would it be wrong for your wife to come up to you and say, yeah, I don't want you hanging out with her anymore unless I'm with you? No. And if you do, here's the consequence. And when the consequence comes down because, well, I got things to do and they're there, and my wife wasn't there, and I had to get it done, and so I don't know what to do about it, and so I do it, and my wife gets angry about it, and I have to deal with the consequence at home because of it. That's not wrong. That means you get the opportunity to have conversation about how to resolve the problems in your own marriage. There are ways to overcome those. Those are tough ones, right? And you still have to get the stick. And understand that the follow-through for the consequence, or the follow-through for the boundary, is real. And it has to be followed through. And we have to learn from it on both sides. See, we thought this just applied to children, didn't we? And it applies to me and you. Apply yourself to discipline. Listen to the words of knowledge. Don't withhold discipline from a youth. Yes, I know it says youth, but if you're acting that way, aren't you a youth? If you beat him with a rod, he will not die. Strike him with a rod, and you will rescue him from Sheol. Let's see the consequences of our bad behaviors that were predetermined and learn from them when they apply. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.